A very good morning and a warm welcome to your first geography lesson. Chapter 1, Local Time and Standard Time. Students, have you wondered why the times are different in different countries? Look at this picture over here. The local time over here is 7:17. In New York it's 10:17. London 3:17 and Manila, which is in Philippines, is 11:17. Have you wondered why? Well, we are going to find out this in this chapter. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's do an activity first. This activity is about your daily routine work. What you do in your daily. So what I want you to do is look at these activities over here. These are some questions. Tell me what part of the day that you do this activity. For example, when do you do your homework? Do you do it in the morning or afternoon, evening or night? Then when do you eat supper? Either morning, afternoon, evening or night. When do you brush your hair? When do you eat breakfast? When do you wear pajamas? When do you have a wash? When do you get dressed? When do you sleep? When do you watch television? When do you wake up? When do you go to school? Here you can say online school also. When do you brush your teeth? I want you to answer these questions in the form of morning, afternoon, evening or night. What time you do these particular activities. Okay? I want you to sit down and write this. Okay? Now let's go ahead. Now in the olden times, people used to take the help of various tools and also depend on various natural events for the measurement of time. So we are going to learn time measurement in the olden days. Okay? Now what they should be previously. Now sunrise to sunset is considered as daytime, right? You also know this, right children? Now sunset to the next sunrise is called as night time. That also you know, right? Now let us see some examples of measurement devices which were there in the olden days. One thing was called as Gatika Patra. Gatika Patra, it's also called as water clock in English. It's basically a bowl, okay, with water in it. You will see it later. The next is sand clock. Sand clock, also called as sand timer. Here you can see in this picture over here. You all must have seen this before in the old movies. Sand timer. Next we have natural methods. They also use natural methods called as sundial. Sundial is a triangular kind of device which is put on the ground. Okay, so when the sunlight falls on it, it forms a shadow on the dial and it tells what time of the day it is. Okay, this was during the ancient times. This sundial you can see also in Jaipur. Jaipur, there is a huge sundial. It's a very famous sundial. So let us see this devices in this video. Okay, children, watch this carefully. You'll love it.
Do you know how time was measured before the clocks were invented? Some devices like sand clocks, water clocks, and sundials were used to measure time. A sand clock is a device made up of two uniform bulbs. One of them is filled with fine sand. Here, the sand from the upper bulb falls into the other bulb. It will always take the same amount of time to fill the empty bulb. This the period of the sand clock. Water clock consists of a vessel filled with water and an empty through with an hole. When the through is placed on the water surface, it sinks. It will take almost same amount of time to sing, and this was the reference to measuring time. Sundial consists of a circular plate with markings and a pole. It should be kept outside such that the sunlight falls directly on it. The shadow of the pole falling on the marking gives the time of the day. These are some of the devices used in different parts of the world before the pendulum clocks became popular.
So children, you have seen the three devices in this video, the live devices. You have seen this. So let's go ahead. I hope you liked it. Now I want you to watch this video explanation. This is part 1 of the lesson. Okay, so let's look at it.
Standard 8 Geography Chapter number 1 Local time and standard time. Introduction. Let's recall. Why does the duration of day and night keep changing? Answer. The earth is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degrees. Therefore, the duration of day and night keeps changing. How many longitudes can be drawn on a world map keeping an interval of 1 degree each? Answer. 360 longitudes can be drawn on a world map keeping an interval of 1 degree each. The apparent movement of the sun from east to west is a result of what? Answer. The apparent movement of the sun from east to west is a result of the rotation of the earth from west to east. What is the direction of the rotation of the earth? Answer. The direction of the rotation of the earth is from west to east. While the earth rotates, how many longitudes face the sun daily? Answer. While the earth rotates, 360 longitudes face the sun daily. At which longitude does the day change? Answer. The day changes at 180 degree longitude. How was time measured in olden days? Answer. The instruments like Ghatika Patra, sand clock, shadow clock, calendars, etc. and the natural events like in present times, what are the instruments used for time measurement? Answer. In present times, the instruments like watches, calendars, etc. are used for time measurement. Geographical explanation. We get up early in the morning, brush our teeth and take a bath. Then we have breakfast and go to school. We study in our classrooms. We return home. We go to the playground to play in the evening. We have dinner, brush our teeth and go to sleep. We keep doing similar activities throughout the day. Considering our daily routine, we need to decide the time for all our activities. In olden days, people used to take the help of various tools and also depend on various natural events for the measurement of time. On the basis of observation and experience, they divided the day into the following parts. From sunrise to sunset, daytime, and from the sunset to the next sunrise, night time. A whole day meant the duration from one sunrise to the next. Earlier natural events and instruments like Ghatika Patra, a bowl with a minute hole at its base which would float in a large water-filled vessel, sand timer, etc. were used to tell time. The earth takes 24 hours, that is 1 day, to complete one rotation. We consider the direction where the sun rises to be the east. Thus, the earth rotates from west to east. As a result, we experience sunrise, noon, sunset and midnight. During rotation, the longitudes in the western part face the sun gradually while those in the east experience darkness. The longitude which faces the sun experiences sunrise, while on the other hand, the one in the darkness experiences the sunset. While travelling in a bus, we often see trees, electric poles, buildings, etc. outside the window. They appear to be moving in the opposite direction. Actually, they are stationary
and our bus is moving forward. Similarly, because of the rotation of the earth, we feel that the sun is changing its position from east to west daily. Try this. Perform this activity in the Kho-Kho ground on a bright sunny day. Consider the following points. Choose one pole on the ground that stays under the sun for the whole day for this activity. Observe the directions in which the shadows of this pole falls at different times of the day. Measure the shadow and record in your notebooks. Note the relative directions of the shadows and the sun in your notebook. Where is the sun located in the sky when the shadow is the shortest? At what time are the shadows longest during the day? Geographical explanation. You would have realized by observation that the shadows in the early morning and evening were the longest, while those at the noon were the shortest. Because of the change in the apparent location of the sun in the sky, the length and direction of the shadow of the pole kept changing. This is because a specific part of the earth faces the sun during rotation and moves forward. Incidentally, we also experience that it is cooler in the morning and evening and warm in the afternoon. Local time. As soon as the sun starts moving up in the sky after sunrise, the length of our shadow reduces. Normally, the length of the shadow is shortest at noon. As the sun moves towards the horizon in the afternoon, the length of our shadow increases again by evening. The noon time is the same at any given longitude across the earth, that is, from the North Pole to the South Pole. The time of a place as decided by the location of the sun in the sky is known as its local time. In the regions lying in between the polar circles and the poles, a daytime could be more than 24 hours, depending upon the season. As a result, understanding the timings of sunrise, noon, sunset and midnight at these places becomes important. At the poles, the daytime and the duration of the day lasts around 6 months. To tell the time of sunrise or sunset at the poles, one has to consider the date. When the sun rises on the specific day, it moves around the horizon and therefore, here the length of the shadow cannot be considered for telling the noon time. Different longitudes have different timing for sunrise, noon and sunset. When it is noon at Mumbai, it wouldn't be the same at Kolkata, because Kolkata lies to the east of Mumbai. It would already be afternoon in Kolkata. The local time of a place on the earth's surface is determined with reference to its noon time. This implies that places lying on the same longitude have the same local time. There is no difficulty when local time is used for a small area. When people living in a large area across different longitudes have to interact with each other, then using the local time could lead to chaos and confusion. In such cases, using the local time is not convenient.
Okay, children, you have seen the explanation of this entire video. It's very clear how local time is calculated, how the sun and the moon, the sun is stationary and the earth is moving. Let's go ahead. Now, whatever we have done in this previous video, I'll give a short brief about it. Earth takes 24 hours, right? One day to complete one rotation. Now, Earth rotates from west to east. Is not the other way. It's west to east. Okay? You have seen in the previous video. But we see and we think that the sun is moving from east to west. But sun is actually stationary. It is in one place, does not move. Now the area where the sun's rays fall, that part which experiences sunrise, and this part which is in darkness where the sun is not falling experiences sunset. Okay,